Well, how do you know when your child or teen is depressed, especially if they're not showing common symptoms? NBC 25's Ilse Lujan Hayes introduces us to a family that knows firsthand about loss and the #1 mental health problem in America.
Why did this happen to me?
10-year-old Mitchell Rogers and his older brother Matthew say the pain is still raw.
We were really close together, and she always helped my homework and stuff, and she was like kind of like a really good friend to me.
Shawn Rogers shared this home in Blanc with her 2 sons and husband. She decided to skip a family trip up north after not feeling well. When the boys returned days later, their mother asked to go to the emergency room. Hours later, she was diagnosed with leukemia.
It hit you. What do you mean?
The family was told the cancer was treatable, but 3 days later, Shawn was dead due to other complications.
You know, I told her I loved you, and she said I love you too, and I love the boys. And that was her last words. You know, how do you go from that? You know, a sinus infection to leukemia to gone.
It was like a haze, kind of, just all confused.
Matthew was in the 4th grade at the time and attended the same school where his mother taught, Reed Elementary.
Walking by my mom's classroom and knowing that she wasn't there.
Les knew he wasn't equipped to handle the quiet suffering happening inside his home. A friend recommended Ellie's Place, a grieving center for kids and teens.
When grieving children suppress those feelings and don't share what they're thinking, oftentimes it builds up.
She says it's important for adults to know the warning signs of child and teen depression. Parents will sometimes have trouble recognizing what could appear like normal teenage behavior.
Moodiness, irritability, mood swings, perhaps some poor performance at school where before there wasn't any.
So knowing factors linked to depression can also help. A teen who has low self-esteem, lost a loved one, is experiencing family conflicts, or has problems with friends and peers can all be red flags. And being around other kids who have experienced similar losses can help.
Made me realize that, like, other kids just like me, going through the same thing. And I don't feel so bad.
It wasn't easy, and it didn't happen overnight.
We're surviving. It took a few years. It definitely took a few years, but it was 2 summers ago. We had fun finally for the first time.
There's laughter once again in the Roger home. The boys say the pain never completely goes away.
We help each other out when we're feeling sad and stuff. Like, if my dad's crying, then me and Matthew would go over there and, like, hug him, tell him it's okay.
Wow, what a story. Thanks, Ilse. Part of the Ellie's Place program will be available this spring at Beecher High School with plans to launch in many other Flint area schools. Balmer says Holy Redeemer has donated part of its building for their use. For more information, head to our website. That's mynbcnews.com.